Hello and welcome to this presentation discussing the merits of the Midlands as a centre for 5G excellence. I'm Ian Martin. I'm the Investment Director at the West Midlands Combined Authority and a board member of West Midlands 5G, WM5G. We, the Combined Authority, set up WM5G as a separate company to capture the benefits of 5G for the region. And whilst its activities have a West Midlands bias, they have a wide-ranging impact across the Midlands as a whole, and indeed the UK. WM5G is an unusual venture for the public sector. It's entirely staffed by telecommunications experts from industry. This has been really valuable in allowing us to engage with industry and work with stakeholders to maximise the public-private partnership for the people and businesses of the Midlands. I hope you'll find this presentation informative, learn about the 5G activities, and come to understand why we believe the Midlands is a leading light for 5G in Europe. It's useful to start with some narrative as to why 5G is so important. Over the last 10 years, 5G's predecessor 4G has had a huge impact on our lives. 4G provided the foundation for what has been a smartphone revolution. We now have an app to manage every aspect of our lives, from banking, e-commerce, home monitoring, to more social activities such as photo sharing, video streaming, gaming and such like. Pre-COVID, we were spending more than 3.5 hours on our phones per day and looking at our phones for more than 150 times per day. This has increased during the pandemic, and the demand for digital products and services will not decrease when we get to the new normal. If the COVID-19 pandemic has taught us one thing, it's that mobile and broadband connectivity has become more important than ever to the way we live and work. Management consultants McKinsey & Company have suggested that we have vaulted 5 years forward in terms of consumer and business digital adoption in the short space of a few months. McKinsey & Company's UK data reports a 69% increase in telemedicine, 60% increase in remote learning, 50% increase in online fitness, and 35% increase in online grocery ordering. With many of these trends predicted to stay permanently after the pandemic, this is really consigning the way we worked before to the history books. 5G will provide even greater benefits to consumers, but, and this is really important, this new technology is vastly superior and has the potential to transform business. I suppose that it's more accurate to say it is a certain fact that it will transform business. So why does 5G offer so many greater opportunities than 4G? 5G offers us the potential to transform business and public service. For example, in time-critical areas such as emergency services, transport or manufacturing, as well as to benefit consumers with faster connectivity and new experiences, such as AR, VR gaming. Whereas 4G primarily focused on the consumer, 5G will offer more to business. For example, machine-to-machine communication becomes possible and worthwhile. We all have heard that 5G is much faster than 4G. Typically, it's about 10 times or more. This means that huge chunks of data like videos can be transferred in a fraction of the time. But 5G offers much more than faster speed. 5G also enables many more devices to be connected, up to 1 million devices per square kilometre compared to a 61,000 for 4G. That's 17 times more. This is increasingly important as everything in our lives becomes connected to the so-called Internet of Things, cars, clothes, buildings, etc. And in addition, 5G enables people to guarantee that data is transmitted and received with virtually no delay, so-called low latency. This means that 5G can support all sorts of time-critical services and applications. Lastly, data on its own is just information, but much more data and in real time widens its potential to provide insights, predictions and forecasts, whether it's determining optimum maintenance cycles for machines, determining flat traffic flows. The possibilities for commercial use are huge. 5G has the potential to create and advance entire economies. There is a but though. It's a tool and not a product in itself. Not a great example, but one that will serve, is it's a bit like designing the first silicon chip. Very exciting technically, but the advances in the products and services it facilitates is the really exciting thing. So at WM5G, we've been busy creating the fertile ground for 5G expansion and working with partners to demonstrate 5G capabilities and products and services. The slide shows our key areas of activity, accelerating rollout of the network and bringing both the private and public sector with us, developing test cases in transport, health and manufacturing. West Midlands 5G is the organisation delivering the UK's first region-wide 5G testbed, and the goal is to ensure that the region takes a leadership position in key digital trends, more important than ever to power the economy and social recovery. The purpose of the testbed is to trial developing technologies designed for the delivery of both public and commercial services, with an end goal of supporting economic development by stimulating the 5G ecosystem. Our region as a testbed is already proving real-life applications and discovering new use cases, R&D projects and applications. We have done a lot and we have more to announce. The West Midlands has rapidly become the UK leader for geographical 5G coverage, with Birmingham as the top city. Thanks to our successful partnerships with the region's local authorities, government and the mobile network operators, we've been able to remove the barriers to deploy super-fast 5G networks. Dedicating resource to build a team recruited from the telecoms industry and setting up our specialist company WM5G has made the difference. Having this digital strength means this region, my region, is Europe's #1 location for 5G tech and innovation. So how are we enabling innovation? One of the newest initiatives to reach delivery is Spring, with the 5 instead of the S. The West Midlands launched our first application accelerator in March 2020, with another 2 opening imminently and a 4th in planning. The aim of the accelerators are to help hundreds of organisations, including SMEs and startups, through the challenges of making new ideas become reality. Particularly for an SME, traditionally this journey can be tough with a lack of expertise and support. These new facilities, entitled Spring, are physically open in Birmingham now and due to open in Wolverhampton and Coventry in early 21. They will enable an understanding of 5G and provide the opportunity to test new 5G products and services. They're more than a live lab, but have that function too, with all of the 5G functionality switched on and available for product testing. Birmingham is already delivering events and engagements, albeit virtually at present as is necessary. The aim of these facilities is to bring ideas to market, driving innovation and business growth, create an environment where new concepts have the best chance of survival, attract inward investment into the region, promote entrepreneurship, create employment opportunities, boost the local economy, and participants can be either from the demand side, those organisations wanting to make use of 5G to drive business and social outcomes, or supply side, the tech and connectivity organisations wanting to build solutions through 5G. Our leadership in digital innovation will enable economic growth for the next decade and beyond. From small-scale tests to bigger real-world trials, 5G are delivering innovation and, importantly, enabling others to see the possibilities and opportunities afforded with the technology. For example, in health, last summer we conducted the UK's first remote ultrasound scan over 5G in a trial with University Hospital Birmingham and BT. The trial demonstrated the transformative power of 5G in empowering paramedics to give superior patient care at the point of first contact. Super-fast, real-time 5G connection allowed a doctor many miles away to provide guidance to the paramedic in the ambulance and remotely diagnose conditions. This is the power to save lives. In transport, we've been working in partnership with Transport for West Midlands, building a better digital and transport link, and have successfully completed trials demonstrating the potential of 5G. Proven benefits already include reducing the time it takes to find parking spaces, thereby lowering emissions, improving safety on trams, and more accurate traffic management. We've just awarded £2.4 million to fund 7 UK-based consortiums, partnering us, supporting the development of new products and services to transform transport across this region. And in spring, I have already highlighted the innovation hubs in the region. These have delivered a range of virtual events that's opening, with hundreds of organisations already experiencing spring. If all goes well, physical events will recommence in the new year. WM5G will continue trialling, proving and scaling 5G solutions across transport, health and social care. We're also in the process of signing off new use cases in the manufacturing sectors, and we will continue to accelerate the rollout of mobile network infrastructure to enable 5G, enhancing the region's digital footprint even further and keeping the West Midlands on the top of the list in Europe. I'll give you a bit of a rundown of the latest projects. So in health, in our care home project, we're already helping GPs across the region deliver virtual ward rounds using sophisticated but easy to use diagnostic tools placed in the care home, which GP can utilise from a remote location. Our second project focuses on bowel cancer. It's the only one of two types of cancer that can be completely cured if detected early enough. However, around 40,000 lives each year are lost to it, and each year over 2 million endoscopies are scheduled to take place. But the level of demand, combined with the limited clinical space in which to conduct these examinations, has resulted in a backlog. Through a combination of patients to swallow a 5G camera-enabled capsule, that can be done in a community setting or in the comfort of their own home. In transport, we've completed our first competition and now in the process of a second round of funding competitions for 5G-enabled road and rail trials. This second competition will enable a share of up to £2.5 million worth of funding for UK registered business. In manufacturing, as the Midlands is an industrial hub for the UK with output across the region worth more than 32 billion GVA, and there are approximately 304,000 manufacturing jobs across the West Midlands alone. In the last year, the region accounted for 9% of the UK's total goods export. It's clearly a target for us, and we are hoping to be announcing trials in this area, which will commence shortly. Our mission is to work with stakeholders and partners to build a platform for the economy of the future. WM5G provides the practical support and makes it easy for those organisations interested in adopting or developing new 5G products or services. So, what's next? We have developed some great relationships with both the telecoms companies, providers of the new tech, product developers and end users. We are a leading 5G location in the UK and one of the most important centres in Europe. We will continue to invest in 5G in the Midlands, keeping us at the cutting edge of this exciting new technology. We're a welcoming region, crucially with the technical expertise to talk to investors on whatever level they would like. Our doors are certainly open to investors. Hopefully, you'll be in touch. Thank you for listening.